After 26 days in Iran, my trip, official and unofficial, is almost over. The students are having my interview tapes smuggled over the mountains into Turkey, where I'll pick them up. I'm destroying any last evidence linking me to the students. I've learned a lot about their movement and the repression, but I'm still not satisfied I have the full story on the death of Zahra Kasemi. 4 weeks after I left Iran, I come to Amsterdam to meet a man who might know what really happened to Kasemi. I'm on my way to meet Hamid Zakari, a former Iranian intelligence officer who defected over a year ago. He's been on the run ever since, but he's agreed to meet me at a safe house here in Amsterdam. Hamid Zakari worked directly for the Supreme Leader and says he's now under the protection of the FBI and security agencies in Europe.
I have information from the people who are in Iran right now and who were my colleague before.
He says Zahra Kasemi was taken to one of the Mullah's secret detention centers, an unofficial prison without a name, only a number.
There is a place right now, it used to be 3 to 5, and they are taking the people who are special people like Zahra Kasemi and the others.
And he names the interrogator his former colleagues say actually beat Kasemi.
Jafar Nemati, he's the one who punched her, who hit her. He's the one who beat her up until she was unconscious.
He says what really drove the interrogator wild was that Kasemi took everything and wouldn't flinch.
She was not accepting what he wanted from her. That's why Jafar Nemati was upset and beat her on the head and lots of the different kind of the beating.
Zakari says after she was beaten unconscious and near death, the Mullah's men tried to hide their responsibility. Saeed Mortazavi, a top judge in the Mullah's justice ministry, ordered her transferred to the custody of their rivals, the reformers. In their care, she died. Kasemi's death caused an international uproar, and now Iran's most famous champion of human rights, Shirin Ebadi, winner of the Nobel Peace Prize, has agreed to investigate the case.
آنچه که علاوه بر مجازات قاتل مورد نظر منه این است که با علنی شدن آنچه که اتفاق افتاد ما سعی کنیم زهرای کاظمی دیگری نداشته باشیم.
Finally, at the end of this journey, I'm back in Canada, in Montreal. It's where Zahra Kasemi's son Stefan lives. I've come to tell him what I've learned about his mother's death. He says he's still trying to get her body back from Iran.
She really liked herself, actually.
What are the reasons your mother's body wasn't repatriated back to Canada?
Well, she has been beaten, she has been tortured, she has been pushed to false declaration. To have the body sent back to Canada, it would have all the evidence of the treatment she received in prison, while she was detained.
As for his mother's alleged murderers, I ask him about Jafar Nemati and Saeed Mortazavi.
The guilty is not one man. The responsible is the Iranian government. The responsible is Khamenei. My mother's dead, but there is other journalists and there is other people that get us such a treatment. I don't want the death of my mother to be in vain.
Zahra Kasemi lies in her grave in Shiraz. Amir Fakhravar is still in prison and tells friends he's being tortured. And we've heard that Arjang was arrested and jailed. They all suffered to get the story out to the world, in the hope we would all listen.